I just saw Dogman, and it's so peak, bro. This movie is just pure, unapologetic, cartoony fun. It has that same very unique animation style that the Captain Underpants movie had that just looks really great. And most noticeably to me, this movie is pretty timeless. Like, there aren't any pop culture references. There's maybe like two like licensed songs in there, and then like, yeah, the voice actors are celebrities, but the actual story and jokes all throughout the movie are just really goofy, cartoony things. Somebody could watch this movie in like 20 years and it would still be just as quality. That's a really good thing for a kid's movie to have right now. Though how much fun it is might actually be like a problem, because I could definitely see parents taking their kids to see this and just not really getting it. Like, you know, just having parents that are like, oh, that was just like a stupid little cartoon, like that was cute, okay. And I think that kind of connects to what would be pretty much my only complaint about this movie, is that it really misses out on doing any sort of meta-narrative stuff. Because if you're not in the know about children's books like I am, the Dogman series are comics created by the characters from Captain Underpants, George and Harold. So the whole context of the Dogman book series is that it is a goofy comic book written by two goofy kids. And the Dogman movie, aside from just being straight up silly, doesn't do anything to illustrate that fact. And I think that even with just a little thing at the beginning or the end that implied that this was a book written by kids, that would have just helped give the movie just like a tiny bit more depth, and I guess help it be a little bit inspirational to kids. Because when I was a kid, Captain Underpants was like the first thing I ever discovered that made me realize you can draw. Like, the entire reason I'm into art right now is because of Captain Underpants. And I'm sure young kids reading the Dogman books get that same sort of inspiration. This is kind of a tangent, but this is a DreamWorks movie, so it kind of illustrates what I'm trying to say. In the Boss Baby movies, those movies are a story being told by the adult version of the character. The Boss Baby movies were like memed to death, so when I finally sat down and watched them, and it turns out that they're actually like low-key this very familial story about like brothers bonding, and it shows them as grown-ups like sharing their goofy story of their childhood, that added a surprising amount of sentimentality to the story, and it was a really relatively brief thing in the first movie at least. But I really didn't expect that, and that made it a lot more heartfelt than it just being, you know, a goofy movie about a talking baby. And I think that Dogman could have done that same thing if it leaned a bit more into it being a book made by kids. But I don't know, am I the only person who thinks that? What did you think about Dogman if you did see it? I'm still showing the Boss Baby picture, whatever. What do you think about Boss Baby?
Because Boss Baby's pretty good, okay? It's actually pretty good.